Barin von Foregger with Grillax.com is with us again for our cooking segment. The one thing we haven't gotten to is fish. We talked about all different sorts of kind of meats, and with more and more people becoming more and more health aware about what they're eating, the popularity in things like halibut and salmon and different types of fish has really skyrocketed. So tell us a little bit about the fish that you love to put on the grill.
Oh, absolutely. And thanks for the invite, Jay. Good to be here. Fish is, it's one of those resources in Mississippi that we're never going to run out of fish.
Right.
We have an ample resource of catfish, freshwater. We have the Gulf Coast.
I didn't even mention catfish.
Yeah, catfish. Well, you know, hey, in this area, you got crappie or white perch, with the Louisiana influx here, the sac-a-lait, as they call it.
Yeah.
You've got the Gulf Coast with all kinds of great, cobia and, mackerel and tuna. You could even catch tuna off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So, that is it's a very, very healthy piece of meat that, it gives you everything you need. And it's high in those omega proteins, omega-3 oils. And, those paleo people have got something going on because they love that high protein.
Yeah.
But, when you're cooking it on the grill, it just takes it to the next level. You could cook a piece of fish in a skillet and it's going to be okay. But,
right.
When you can take a piece of fish and put that dry seasoning just the way you like it, or a jerk, like a Caribbean jerk type, like a little spice, or even blacken it, like in New Orleans, that famous process down there with the redfish. The grill just adds so much flavor to it. It's like just so flaky and succulent. It's like you just can't stop. So,
all right, so I've heard of a lot of folks cooking their fish on like cedar planks and things like that. What does that bring to the table?
Well, it's the cedar plank method, or any type of wood. If you have a plank of pecan or cedar and you let it soak, once you put that piece of fish on it and you place it over the coals, the heat is going to allow that wood to let the water evaporate, but it's got that flavor infused into the steam so that the sweetness of that cedar plank is going to get into like a salmon. It's very popular. And if that salmon is already topped with like a lime or a dill type rub or sauce on top, it's so good. And it doesn't burn. It doesn't put any marks on the fish, and it just totally cooks through. It's just kind of like you're steaming it on the grill.
That's very, very, very excellent.
You should try it. It's, I believe that they sell cedar planks everywhere now.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's become, some things become a fad, and I always encourage people to think outside the box. If you live in an area that's got pecan wood, get yourself if you want to, get some pecan wood and try that. You could do it with anything, but fish is just so good. The catfish is great. Crappie is an excellent, excellent piece of fish to do on the plank.
Yeah. All right, so let's also talk about vegetables.
Got to get your veggies.
Absolutely. And this is, with all of the great meats that we've talked about, veggies are like this underrated 5-tool utility player of the grill. That's just, it's so good and often overlooked with the other stars hanging around, like the ones we've been talking about. So, folks thinking about shish kebabs or something like that.
Absolutely.
Or a bunch of different ways. And not even necessarily, peppers, but then there's also like corn over here that you can put on the grill and there's a lot of different directions you can go with vegetables. So tell me a little bit about what you like to do.
Well, the easiest way is just like you just mentioned. If you get a skewer and you put on your fresh veggies raw, not, nothing on them, maybe a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper, just keeping it simple and letting the grill and that fire do its work. It's like you can't go wrong because you can eat raw vegetables and it's perfect for you. But once you grill it and you get that little char on the edges, the charred onions are my favorite. I will fight people for a charred red onion on a skewer. But they're just so tasty and they complement anything that you're cooking. If you have like a piece of fish we mentioned earlier, or a nice chicken breast or a steak, if you pop some mushrooms and some onion and maybe some, even cauliflower, on the grill. It's just so good with that olive oil and just barely a little bit of salt and pepper.
All right, how about corn? So we feature a lot of people do corn on the cob on the grill.
I think corn on the cob is probably the best kept secret that people just don't. We go to the Mississippi Fair every year.
Right.
And everybody loves the grilled corn.
Yeah.
Of course, they do it in such a huge way that it's just like, it's cray-cray, if that's a word of the younger generation.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
But the best way to do it on the grill is leave it in the husk. Okay? Don't take the green husk off. Just leave it in there. let the corn cook over your coals. You want to put that on your top rack. You don't want to put it over direct heat.
Right.
If you have a top rack on your grill, some grills have 2 levels.
Yeah.
If you put it on your top rack or in between your indirect cooking, like right in the middle, you want to get to the point where your husk is just starting to turn black and burn just a little bit. You'll still see the green or the yellow from the husk, but once you start getting that burn, it's kind of cooking from the inside out.
Yeah.
It will steam itself inside that husk. And oh, gosh, if you throw some smoke, like some smoke chunks or wood chunks to smoke it, it just gets so much better. And then you have like a garlic butter or something to put on it at the end, and a summer salad. I mean, that's just what makes summertime. I mean, I'm getting chills thinking about it. I'm going to go get some corn right now.
Are there any fruits that you throw on some kebabs or anything like that? Like
Absolutely. You know, you can take the pineapple chunk, or you can get a whole pineapple and just put the whole slice right there on the grill.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if you want to impress some people, get you some pineapple rings, get some brown sugar, some butter, and just put it over the top, flip it over both sides with our sear method, get the nice grill marks. You don't have to cook it long, but oh my gosh, the brown sugar and the butter. Oh, they're so insane, good. Man. And you throw some vanilla ice cream in it, you can't lose.
Stop. Right. You need to stop. All right. So Grillax.com. We tell folks about it every week. So for the folks who are catching it for the first time, tell us about this awesome combination of grilling and relaxing. Why didn't I think of this?
Well,
you're making my money off this website.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's guys like you that help make this website keep going. It's everybody's interest. It's a social site for people who love to grill, get outdoors and socialize, be friendly while they're cooking and sharing it with the rest of the world. Recipes. We have videos. We have chat sessions where people can get together and talk about things for the week. It's just, if something new, a new trend comes up, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's cooking on a porcelain grill to a hibachi on the beach, we've got you covered.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Barin von Foregger, Grillax.com.